Hey guys, just wanted to do a little update on the 2019 BMW GS Adventure. It's been exactly 2 years today that I've owned it. Bike does not have a ton of miles by any means, just clicked over 6,000 miles. I have access to a lot of motorcycles, so not one particular bike gets a lot of miles put on it, but not making an excuse. Just I know a lot of people go, oh, an adventure bike, you should have 30,000 miles on it. There's a lot of bikes in the fleet, and I have access to a lot of other motorcycles, so that's that. Anyways, I love it. It's not my first GSA. I've owned several over the years, all the way back to the late 90s, early 2000s, I think was my first BMW. I've had a RT 1200. I'm buying an RT 1250 with the new digital dash and the LED lights. The GS is kind of the Swiss Army knife. I know it's an overused term and everybody says it, but super great bike. It does everything. I can go rail through the canyons. If I wanted to, I could go off-road. I never bought this bike with the intention of going off-road. I actually have street tires on it and put them on probably within the first 100 miles. Again, other motorcycles in the toolbox to go off-roading on. Going on this big pig just is zero appeal to me. I've been riding motorcycles for going on close to 50 years, 47, 48 to be exact. Dirt bike riding, obviously from the beginning, and I know people do it. More kudos to them. I guess you could take a Miata in the Baja 5000 if you really wanted to, but that's not what I bought this bike for. I bought the Adventure model because I like the way it looks, the bigger fuel tank, wind protection from the fuel tank, and a couple other features, but never bought it to go down to Mexico or anything like that. Just not what I use it for. I actually use it for commuting most of the time and having some weekend fun. Like I said, it'll blast around the canyons, do everything. I've had no problems. This bike was one of the bikes on the recall with the weird Hayes BMW brakes on it. Mine are still the original Hayes BMW brakes. They've never leaked. They work absolutely flawless. I have the ability to go get the Brembos put on if I want to, but these work just fine, so I don't see a need in doing that. I've had no issues. I took it in not too long ago. It was news to me, but it needed a new battery. It started fine and everything else, but when they put it on the machine, it said the battery was dying. So they replaced the battery, and then now that I say that, today I went to start it after riding it all day, and it gave me a little bit of a hesitation. There was power there, but I guess the starter bumbled is the best way to do it. I pressed the button and it hesitated and then strained for a second, then fired right back up. I shut it off and turned it back on, and it came right back to life. So who knows? It's BMW. I've got a couple of accessories on it. The Clearwater lights, most notably. I have the Ericas and the Darlas. They both have the yellow covers on them. When riding in the daytime, those yellow lights, you can literally see them from a mile, 2 miles away. I have people text me all the time and go, hey, I think I just saw you going down the freeway the other direction. I've had police officers pull me over to ask me about the lights, motor officers specifically. A couple of the agencies right around my house use Clearwaters. They don't run the yellow covers on them, they just have the clear covers, but they're pretty popular. What else? I've got the little auxiliary toolkit on the back. I've got the Billy brake light from Clearwater. I have a little SW Motec tank bag, very, very small tank bag. My hand is an extra large, it's not very big. I've got the quad lock, I've got the BMW GPS. What else did I do? I switched out the clear winglets for some factory BMW smoked ones. With my bike and the color combo, I like the way they look on there. I have got a Z Technique. I know everybody, Touratech and all the other companies out there, they have the giant 2-inch plexiglass ones. And again, maybe if you're blasting in the dirt, that's good. I don't go in the dirt, but just for riding around town. This is some kind of poly or acrylic or something. I know I'm probably saying it wrong and I'll get corrected, but it just Velcros on. I can take it right off to clean the lens. It's got a little bit of a roundness to it, so it's not flat right in the wind. I like the way it looks. Most people don't even know it's an aftermarket thing on there. I've got a little mudguard fender extender because God forbid I get any kind of dirt on my beautiful GSA. I know people are laughing and rolling over, but I've got that on there. Like I said, other than that, she's pretty much stock. I've got the Touratech little luggage box on there. You can put your registration in there, fix a flat. I've heard a Glock will fit in there. Not sure about that, but there she is. I have no complaints about it. The bike sometimes is so good that it's boring, and I know people are going to shake their head and laugh, and it's an expensive bike, but sometimes it's not fun to ride for me. Sometimes, because it literally will do everything and anything. But just wanted to give you a little update. 6,000 miles. Put these tires on it right when I got it. They are the Michelin, what did they call these ones? Sorry guys. The Michelin Road 5s, Road Trail something. I have a brand new set. I believe it's the Michelin Road Trail 5 or the Michelin 5s Road Trail. I have a brand new set in the garage. I don't do any of the maintenance on the bike. I'm more than capable. I can rebuild a motorcycle from the ground up, but I have no desire at this point in my life to drain oil and get rid of it. And I'm old school, and all the millennials will cringe when we used to do that and throw it in the frickin' bushes. So anyways, I take it to the BMW dealer. I will take it in for its 6,000 mile service, whatever that entails. Don't care if I can do it myself. Don't really care how much it costs either. I'm not doing it. And I'll get new tires put on at the time. Probably gonna buy a new helmet. Nothing to do with the 6,000 mile service, but been looking at helmets lately. I'm a Shoei guy, so get me a new Shoei helmet. What else did I do to this thing? It had type of a matte finish on the paint. Not super matte, but it didn't shine. So when I first got the bike, I took a small 3-inch polishing buffing wheel with some compound, and I say burned it. That's probably the wrong term, but I brought the shine out of the matte. It's like burning concrete. If you've ever finished concrete in a garage or somewhere like that, concrete can be matte, or you can trowel the shit out of it and burn it. So anyways, I burned all the green paint on it the best I could, and then polished it to a super high luster. Yes, I'm doing this review. God approves of the GS paint being burnt. Not sure if you guys can hear that. Anyways, so now it has a sheen to it, which I kind of like. I've only seen a couple other ones. They're more dull. It's probably nothing you pick up on camera, but this actually has a shine to it. And then I keep everything ceramic coated and cleaned, and I mean, that's part of owning a motorcycle for me. I like to keep it clean. As you can tell, this bike doesn't have a drop of dirt on it. Can't see it in the daytime. I'm not going to come do a night video, but I also have the WiserTech LED turn signal inserts. So you take out the factory incandescent bulbs, put those WiserTechs in there. Super, super crazy bright, daytime or nighttime. I can turn them on in traffic and I can see them bouncing off traffic. You can turn them on in the city and see them on the side of the building. Obviously, then the Clearwater lights. If you own a BMW, you probably know what Clearwater lights are. If you don't own a BMW, I'm not bashing on any manufacturer. I have no association with Clearwater lights. They are hands down the best lights, auxiliary lights, safety lights, road lights, whatever you want to call it, that you can put on a motorcycle. American-made company up in Northern California, I believe Elk Grove or Pleasant Grove, something like that. Glenn and the boys up there, I actually took the bike up there in the back of a truck because I'm not driving 7 hours straight on the freeway. Not that the bike's not capable. I'm old and I'm not doing that. So anyways, got that done. Everything is good. Let's see. Take a picture of it with the SW Motec bag off of it. SW Motec makes some incredible products. Again, this is just a small bag. When it's not on there, which I usually have it on there 90% of the time, it's just got that little tank ring. It's zero heartache at the gas station to get fuel. This bike gets about 350, 360 miles per gallon on the tank. So if the tank bag is on there, sorry, wrong way. If the tank bag is on there at the gas station, it's a simple pull of this, and I set it right there, and it's keyless. You just pop that up. When I put it back on, it's the same thing. It's clicked on. It's locked back on, not going anywhere. So again, I'm digging the bike. Getting an RT 1250 to complement this one. I've got a few other bikes in the shed, but anybody that cares, this particular owner has zero complaints with it. Love it. I sold my last GSA because I got bored with it, and then I was without it for a year and wanted another one, so I bought this one. Probably keep this one a little longer this time, but I'm not married to motorcycles. If I buy something and I don't like it, or if I get my use out of it, I turn around and sell it. And like I said, I got a few other bikes that I have the ability to ride. Most are mine, and then I have the ability, luckily in this world, to borrow a bunch of motorcycles that aren't mine, so I get to experience a lot of bikes. But 2019 BMW GS Adventure. She is a big pig. If you've never ridden one, you can say it's an old man's bike, you can say it's ugly, you can say whatever you want about it. The wind protection's gotta be terrible. If you drop it, you can't pick it up. Go ride one, put it in dramatic. Was that it? Dynamic? Dynamic. Put it in Dynamic Pro or Dynamic, and you will literally amaze yourself. Turn traction control off, and this thing will pull power wheelies into fourth gear. It's an incredible bike. You can literally putt around town like an old man, or you can ping this thing off the rev limiter and surprise the hell out of a lot of people, including yourself. It's got active suspension on it. Again, it's literally everything every motorcycle strives to be, in my opinion. Your opinion might vary, your experience might vary. I'm not talking for everybody else. I'm talking about my experience with this bike, other bikes. I love it. Go ride one if you haven't.